What's up? What's up? This is the Reluctant Navi back again. And I'm guessing if this is going on in the so called Afro community, is probably, I'm not too sure about the Hispanic community, but definitely the Caucasian community, right? Because I listen to Lycus and other people like that, and it's often talked about how the nice guys finish last when it comes to these women, right? And I am reminded that the last shall be first and the first shall be last when you don't do things the right way, right? So, um, first, let me shout out to John Jay, because in the comment section of one of my videos, he gave me this, and it's a subject, it's a subject that I often broach, but to see things really on display the way that they are now, when you consider what's happening to these BTNs, these BAWs, BFEMs, and the FEMs in general, right? Versus the aspirations of the so-called good guy, right? You know, the ones that were last chosen. Ooh, one ages like vinegar, the other ages like fine wine. And here's a clue. The one aging like fine wine is not the BFEMs, is not the FEMs. All right. And so let me greet everybody real quick before I get into this, because I got a lot of resources that I went through to put this together. So, Havorn Hadu Gudag, Ola Oi to the Bang, Vasis Los Bonjour, mes amis, Kedu Bawani Konnichiwa, Ni hao ma, Sani Bonani, Jambo Habaragani, Assalamu alaikum and shalom. Okay, so the brothers, so what was happening is the good guys, as we age, because we're always learning, we become more intelligent, we become wiser, and we work on getting our stuff together because that's been our track. The difference between the good guy and the thug is the thug has the feminine mentality of, I want it right now, and the future really doesn't matter. And a lot of this is because the thug takes accountability uh, for themselves by thinking that they have no future. Period. That's why they act the way they do. They're like, oh, well, I'm going to die anyway, so I'm going to go out with a bang. Whereas the good guy, right, he depends on his mind and physical strength to get him through things, is because he sees a future. Understand this. He sees a future. He develops strategy and a plan to make it through assaults. He knows he's going to be assaulted. Good guys understand that we're not going to be chosen by the BFEM when they are in their youth, and when we are in our youth. But unbeknownst to the BFEM, we don't have to choose them ever at all. If you couldn't rely on our resourcefulness, our planning for the future, and you was wanting the right now, get it while you can, let me get run through life. Oh, there's a price to pay for that. But you didn't understand it. See, these women don't understand that, right? And so this article is deeper than you think, because down there on the left, there's the picture of the author of the article, and I'm gonna point out what she did, and this is why the BFEM, the BTNs have a problem. The BAWs, they have a problem, and now us men don't want anything to do with them, so we avoid them because their mentality is like this woman who did the article. Now, it seems innocuous at first, but wait till we get into kind of the ending and how she refers to nice guys, right? So I did this, the title, the Will Smith, Mr. Nice Guy, Urkel, the nice guys finished last. Now we are having a field day. We've gotten passports. They tried to shame us out of the passports. We've gotten passport. We developed all kind of. They wanted alphabets. We did alphabets. MGTOW, IBMOR, SYSBN. What's that? What's the other? Red pill. In other words, we were sending out a message. Well, you didn't want us in your youth. You got run through, so we don't want you now. We don't want used up goods. All right. So, in the midst of us having a field day, the BTMs, the feminists, the femmes are in the midst of sorrows. And they're having the sorrows at the worst time it is to have sorrows as they age. Because I keep telling them, as you age, you become less of an asset to a man if you're not already with one. As you and a man age together, all right, y'all both, and you're following his lead, you both become an asset. But here's the problem. Even this, the BTNs do not follow the man's lead. So as they both age, even though she get the money, she get to spend it alone. And guess what? Nobody really wants her anymore. Because she out of shape, this, that, and the other. She's not the fine girl in her youth anymore. Whereas the man, he has some resources and he could always get a newer model. Oh, but you're about to see this with Salt and Pepper, with the author. And we're going to look at the men that was rejected. We're going to add Carlton in this. Will Smith's friend. All right. So let's get into this. But first, let me remind you, let's get those thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, click the notification bell. And let's get these thumbs up right away because you got people coming here to thumbs it down. So the brothers that's seeing this right off, if I got 12 people seeing it in the first minute, I should have 12 thumbs up. Please, brothers, do me the favor. Brothers, we got to combat the people that's going to come and try to take down the channel. All right. Now, to donate, my PayPal me link will be in the description box. All you got to do is click on it. If you like what I'm doing in the community, not just the videos, but what I do in the community, you would like to help support what this channel does and what this channel is really about, like physically doing stuff in the community for the children and brothers from time to time. My donation link will be in the description box, and some sisters, not the B films, but sisters. My donation link will be in the description box, and all you got to do is click on it. But remember, you take care of your home and self first. You don't donate to anybody until you take care of yourself and home first. All right. So with that said, let's roll right on with this. Okay, so this is Jaleel White. He said, on behalf of the blurs, that would be black nerds. Thanks, Pepper, for admitting she wasn't into Will Smith because he wasn't thug enough. All right. Now, she admitted it, but this is something that Afro men knew for a long time because the woman that we would go after would tell us to our face. And now these women act like that they never said that women don't say this stuff to us. And we ended up staying single because almost all the women says we weren't thug enough. Oh, you just too nice. Remember, that's why the men that got passports, the men that's going overseas and getting all these fine women, well, that's why they're able to go. Because we weren't thug enough. And we were told that to our face. And some of the times, it wasn't even, you didn't even have to, most of the times it's verbal. But some of the times, these women would just turn their head, stick their nose up, and ignore us in their youth. Now that they got old, they was like, where the black men at? Where the men's at? Remember, but when we was young, they say all the good men are in jail. And they really meant that. that if you did not go to jail, then you was not a good man. They literally meant that, y'all. Y'all think it's a joke, but no, these BFEMs, these BTNs literally meant that all the good men are in jail, meaning that all the men that they were attracted to, a good man to the BFEM was only a man that they were attracted to. If they're not attracted to you, then you can't even say hi to them. If you did, like we've become accustomed, they turn their heads up, they turn their nose up, they keep walking past you. And now those don't say nothing to a BFM. To a BAW, we don't say nothing to them. We see them walking by a group. We go on to the other side of the street just to avoid them. Why? Because they have been that mean and ornery to good brothers for our lives. And see, we know this, so nothing that a BFM can say can change that, because her behavior towards us said it all. And we learned, right? So he goes nearly 3 decades later. Jaleel White still has some very strong feelings about dating in the 90s Family Matter. In the 90s, the Family Matters star took to his Instagram to thank Sandra Sandra Pepper Denton, about being honest about her attraction to thugs and hoodlums back in the day. She claimed that the reason she didn't date Will Smith, oh boy, was that a mistake, was because he was too nice to her. Ooh, and this is what she stated. Pepper's quote reportedly comes from a 2009 interview with Global Grind, in which she admits her initial attraction to Will Smith, but revealed why the two never took it to the next level. He was too nice. All right, let's see how nice he was. I thought Will was really cute. I promise you I could read. I thought Will was really cute, and we would hang out on the road. Pepper said of the Fresh Prince in her original quote. He liked to take care of me, and I never. He liked to take care of me and never let me spend a dime. All right. Um, I'm pausing because I'm just thinking about this. This dude never let her spend a dime. It was a dude that took care of her. It was the dude that liked her, but he was nice. He was that kind of guy, real generous. I remember when they won their first award, he asked me to go out with him afterwards. He was so excited. We were walking along the street getting ready to grab something to eat, and he just gave this homeless guy $100. She continued about the regret. Oh, she's regret. Oh, big time, really. She continued about the regret she felt due to letting her relationship with Will fall through. Remember, she picked a real thug, all tatted up Tretch, right? Which is part of her quote that was posted on White's page. I sometimes kick myself when I think about what could have been. He was so nice to me, but I really wasn't feeling him. I guess I wouldn't appreciate a nice guy like Will Smith. He wasn't thug enough. I kept telling you this is what these women think. I was attracted to thugs and hoodlums. Will was too nice. And whoop, there it is. There it is. Somebody finally admitted it publicly how the majority of BFEMs think. Thusly, we have this 80-20 rule. Now, I posted the author up here because this is what I wanted you to concentrate on. She goes on to say, I'm just going to leave this here. White wrote in his caption, never seen a celebrity black woman admit this. Props to you, Pepper, for spitting a little known truth. But if you weren't about that thug life as a youngster, smoking, or getting paid for playing the league, for playing in the league. The Finest Sisters was not checking for you in the 90s. The jerk, rappers, and jocks swooped them all up. Right? Now, let me say this. This goes into the 80-20 rule. Because when you look at these jerk rappers and jocks, right? They consist of only the jocks. If you combine them, that's like 5% of the male population, the Afro male population. Add another 1% to successful rappers. But then the BFM didn't care about you being a successful rapper. You could be somebody living out their house and they know you don't got nothing, ain't going to get nothing. And all you do is sit up and blow trees in her house around her children from some other men. And she don't care. See, we know this. The men, these women act like we haven't lived in a community and see with our own eyes what you've been doing. We've just calling it out and we're saying we're not having it anymore. We would rather not even attempt to talk to you, try to talk to you, or try to date you. Because we know it falls on deaf ears. And we don't want you anyway because, well, you done got too used up. You don't age well, right? You only age well in a relationship because that relationship ages well. But a single woman, she's not worth the same thing of the same as the newer model. Okay, so he goes on to say the past is the past, but all the stories I could share. Props to you again, Peppa. Okay, now this is the author, the woman on the left, right? She said this post comes amid the notion currently floating around the internet that black women don't like. Remember this is about the good guys finishing last. Remember the whole article said good guys. And look at what she termed here. That's why I underlined it, made it a different color, put that red backing on it. She refers to good men as weird. The weird black guy. That's what she calls good men. All right. The conversation is ignited after the release of Childish Gambino's Very Woke, This Is America video. Despite his continuous contribution to black culture, he's not married to a black woman. People have defended his dating practices by saying that the black woman wouldn't be into guys like him anyway. And he is right, because if they were so into these men, if they were so into good men, all of us would have a black woman without a struggle, with the same ease that thugs and all the rest of the riffraff that is mentioned up above, with the same ease in that they are able to pop children after child after child after child out of the black woman. Right? Now, this is what all of these women have in common. The author, single mother. Pep, single. Salt, single mother. The men, it doesn't matter because we're men. Right? The men don't need the women to take care of them. And you got a lot of women trying to sucker us into getting that piece of paper, but we don't want it. See, we do well single, the women don't. While everyone is entitled to date who they want, the debate makes a person wonder how someone automatically comes to that conclusion. Neither black men nor women are a monolith, and everyone has a different motive for romantically pursuing different partners. Wrong. The black women have told men to their face, and so she's being disingenuous and fake. For now, it seems that the Nice Guys Finish Last Brigade is having a field day. That's where I get the part of the title. Nice Guys Finish Last Brigade are having a field day. They're getting passports. They're going to other countries. They said F the B film, F the BTNs, F the BAW. whatever side of the conversation you stand on, know somebody's willingness to date you may have nothing to do with if you're weird. Now she used the term weird again, nerdy or thug enough. And see, so she's taken what women have been saying out of their mouth and saying, well, they're not really saying that don't have anything to do. It has everything to do with it. She goes, the nice guys finished last brigade is living right now. Well, B films were living their best life, as they say. So it is what it is, right? Man, I wonder what this dude Will Smith is doing. I haven't heard much from him lately. He probably broke after he gave that guy $100. You know, yeah, Pep did a good thing by choosing Tretch over this guy because this Will Smith guy, he turned out to be nothing. You know what I mean? You know, his acting career went down the tubes. You know, you hardly see him in any movies anymore. You know, and Disney don't even use him to make billions in you know, he's just not doing well. She's doing way better than Will Smith. Pep is. Oh, Sandra Denton Pepper is being dragged into her boyfriend's divorce because his soon-to-be ex-wife is accusing the singer of flaunting their relationship on social media while he's still married. June 29th, 2018. Last updated June 10th, 2019. So as up to June 10th, 2019, Pepper is being seen as a 3-0 foe that helps people destroy a home wrecker. That's what they call it. Oh, the link. All these links will be in the description box. In her request for attorney's fees, her lawyer wrote, Dean has put my client's life on display, and his affair with a known celebrity is plastered all over social media and news media. My client has been publicly abused, humiliated, and literally humiliated to literally millions of people, thanks to a B film. Think about that. So, I mean, that's what she's up to. The author, nobody. I can't explain the erratic behavior, but I believe this is just another reality show of it for stunt for his reality show. His girlfriend Pepper from old hip hop group Salt-N-Pepa decided to make their relationship public on social media and their reality show Growing Up Hip Hop, which has caused some public backlash. And then she goes sick, right? Flaunting public. This is what B films do. DNA. Sotomayor said that. So at the end of the day, divorce, recently divorced, be in the description box. When you look at the bio on the author, she's a single mother. All right. If you click on her picture or click on the bio, follow her on Facebook, she's a single mother. Tretch, his comments about Pep will be in the description box, saying she's a bad mother and she would get it on with people younger than her children. So she never wanted a good man. She should have a whole bunch of regrets. But you know, she's a B film and you know, they don't believe in repentance. This is something to think about, isn't it, y'all? With that said, oh, let me know what you think about all this in the comments section. Go by and read all them articles. All right? And don't forget, share the video to the brothers so we know exactly how these women think. No matter what they write in articles, their behavior says more than what they try to write and lie about. Think about that. With that said, I'm out.